Hi everyone and welcome to this my video on, and it's the last video in this series relating to, well, we're going to look at applications of matrices. Thanks so much for joining me. My name is Darren from Maths Guru. Yep, that was a good idea many years ago, but not so much now. But anyway, it's my job to hopefully make maths a little bit more accessible and understandable. Right, what are we going to do today? It's behind me. We're going to be able to apply matrices to a range of questions and know that matrices are used to model real-world problems. Now, yes, we've got to realize that matrices, the whole reason for doing matrices is pretty much to model real world situations. And we have done so much in the previous parts of this course to show you how to manipulate matrices and find steady states and add and multiply and subtract and whatever else. But ultimately, you've got to be able to interpret what the information is actually telling us. Transition matrices are great. They tell us how states change and whatever else. But ultimately, we still have to interpret. And that word in mathematics means something very specific. You've got to write sensibly with numbers about what the information is showing you. But we won't go ahead of that for the moment. If you can do me a massive favor, because I've only got a few examples to work through here. If you can do me a massive favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be immense. Why? Nobody watches math videos. I sit here in a room talking to myself, going slowly crazy. Every time someone subscribes, I get a little bit of a, someone watched the video. So if you can do that, that would be great. And leave a comment. Let me know how the video was. That would be awesome as well. Right, let's kick in. This is going to build on all the knowledge from previous videos, which, again, you can find on mathsguru.com. Absolutely free to sign up. And hopefully you'll find it useful. Freddie and George's store has a sales promotion. 1 free cinema ticket is given with each DVD purchased, which I think is a bit weird, really. You've just bought a DVD. Why would you then want to go to the cinema as well? Anyway, 2 cinema tickets are given with the purchase of each game. Wow, cinema must be dying. The number of DVDs and games sold by Freddie and George is given in matrix S. And what do we notice? We've got a label. We've got labels here. We've got labels there. We've got some numbers. So what does a 7 stand for? Well, Freddie sold 7 DVDs. Awesome. The selling price of a DVD and a game together with the number of free tickets is given by matrix P. Oh, so exciting. There we go. P, it's got a label. Got labels here, labels there, and we've got some numbers as well. Find the matrix product S times P and interpret. Right, okay, so S is going to be this. 7, 4, 5, 6 times P, which is going to be 21, 30, and 2. Now, I'm going to write the things as well here. So, Freddie and George and DVDs and games. And this one here is DVD and games and dollars and tickets. Now, I'm not going to be able to do that in my head, or, I mean, we can do it pencil and paper way, but to be honest with you, we've got a calculator. Let's actually just fire up my calculator and do it from there. So we've got a 2 by 2 there, which is going to be 7, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to multiply that by another 2 by 2. And I'm going to put in there 21, 30, and 2 and hit enter. What? So what has that now given me? We've got 260, we've got 280, we've got 15, we've got 17. Now, basically, the way to work this out is to use a little bit of deduction. Because I put those two together, they effectively get lost in translation, and I'll come back to what that is in just a moment. All right, because we're now got F and G. So we've got F here and G here, and we got dollar here, and we got tickets there. So basically, there is my matrix product, right? It says find the matrix product. I have found my matrix product. The most important word here is interpret. Wow, what does it actually mean? Well, interpret means you've got to write the context back again. So what we can see here is Freddie seems to have sold $260 worth of, what would that be, DVDs and games together. All right, so he sold a total amount of $260 of DVDs and games together, and we'll be giving away 15 tickets as a result. Jerry is out, or George has sold $280 in total of DVDs and games, and we'll need to give away 17 tickets. Now, I haven't written that out, but here we go.